the house of the people as a nest, thinking it as a big stone in a big ocean. So it's very interesting that in Bucharest, you always, in every time of the year, you can see the seagulls around the house of the people. It's very, so this is the project. And fast forward, like this, with the project, another project we try to look at the smaller parts of the city, not the big buildings or big stories, and try to find simple but efficient, spontaneous situation like this shop it's close to a school, or this space used by the inhabitants. So this is in brief project. And Alex will show another.
So sometimes research or mapping is not enough, because we are architects, we tend to intervene. And this is a section of the projects that are still research projects about how the city works and how the city is behaving. But when the research doesn't help you, you have to provoke the situation, and we call this performative urbanism. We introduce an element who reveals and give us a report about the existing situation, and also it helps architects not to jump to conclusions quick. We did, and we were the result contradict our first assumptions. So we learn from each new intervention. We learn how to behave. We learn also from this victim situation. We learn how to adapt our interventions. The first intervention is from 2006. We are asked by a gallery to do an art project around phone booths. Bucharest still have phone booths, while people tend to have a lot of mobile phones. So there are extinct species that will be extinct soon. But there are so many, and it's again this kind of invisibility of when you see something with a peripheral eye, and you cannot really point where the phone booths are in Bucharest, but actually there are 4,500 of them. So quite a lot. So we were given one phone booth to make it visible, and also for the gallery, they want to, let's say, spread art to the city and make a network gallery, something like that. So we choose a situation in the really downtown Bucharest, a very messy situation. Is like a microcosmos of all the city. So you see all these elements, which are let's say like a visual diagram of conflict between every organization possible in the city. So each organization has some kind of object or some kind of intervention, and they start to fight with each other, but on the other hand they make like a web of relations. So in this web we realize that we could introduce one more element, not to really clean the place, but just to use how this web works. If you see here, this is a street sign made by the national roads, how to go to the highway and everything. And 60 centimeters in front of it, it's a sign made by the city hall. Even so cars are bumping into. It's not so well positioned. So this is, again, I said, a microcosmos of how the public space, the common space works in Bucharest. So this is our intervention. We try to wrap the existing situation with a multiple use object. Also a statement of the design in public space, but also a search that we started in 2006 that public furniture should be more than what the public furniture it is now. It should be asked for citizens to play, to wander, to interact. This is the built object. We put first we put doors to the phone booth, which hadn't doors before. We put a bench and we made some cuts to the very important buildings. I have to say this is in the center, the really center of